Wouldn't Courtney be interested to know how the two of you have chosen to grieve for her? I'm particularly touched by you, Carly. The way you choose to express your grief. I mean, your best friend has been dead, what, less than a month, and here you are about to have sex with her baby's father?
Dare you come in here, pass judgment? You have no idea what's going on.
I know what I saw.
Let me ask you something. You announced your love for Courtney to anyone who would listen, including your own wife at the time. And you got in my face time and time again, reminding me that I had no claim on Courtney. That she was in love with you and that she was over me. And I accepted that. However grudgingly, but I accepted it. So explain to me, by what stretch of imagination do I owe Courtney's memory any fidelity whatsoever?
Okay. You kept proclaiming your undying love for Courtney, Jack. She wouldn't leave her alone. Now, 2 minutes after her death, you're rolling around with Carly, which proves you never cared about her at all. You just wanted her baby. And now, by God, you've got him, don't you? And you're using him like one of your possessions. Proved by the way you're trying to shut me out of his life.
Okay, you know what? The last time I checked, this was my house. And I want you out. Now.
Gladly.
Nicholas got to you, didn't he?
He got to you, too. I heard what you said to Nicholas. I want you to be honest with me. Do you feel like you were betraying Courtney?
No. Courtney and I were over. You know, and you and I are both free.
I know that, but knowing it and living it are two different things. Look, I am attracted to you, and that must be painfully obvious. But Courtney was my best friend. And if she were still here, the thought of being with you would have never crossed my mind, and I know it wouldn't have crossed yours either.
Yeah, Courtney's gone. You know, and missing her is part of what draws us together.
I know. And I'm not saying that we're wrong for wanting to be together. I just think that we must not be 100% okay with it, or Nicholas wouldn't have made us stop and question it. Oh, Jax, as much as I want you right now, and I do, I don't want to be sorry later.
Okay. As long as you're saying proceed with caution, and I'll put on the brakes entirely.
That's what I'm saying.
Good. I think you're right. You know? Well, John needs us both. And if we decide, or when we decide to take our friendship to the next level, we should be absolutely certain that there won't be any regrets. Thanks for a wonderful evening.
You too.
What's so urgent?
I need you to get this lifted as soon as possible.
So is that true? Did you try to gain access to the baby when you weren't on the...
Yes, Courtney was my fiancée. I visited the child every day for the first week of his life.
What he's saying is true. There wasn't a problem until Jax made it one.
I'm not a threat to John. I was going to be his stepfather, for God's sakes. Courtney would have wanted me to be in his life. She would have insisted on it.
I'm not the one you need to convince.
I'm sorry to see you here.
You slapped my nephew with a restraining order. You're damn right I'm going to be here, and I'm asking you, as a friend, to please drop it. There's obviously a lot of tension going on between the two of you, and I don't think the baby should be in the middle of it and have to suffer.
And I know this is a fact that you'd rather ignore, but I could have been John's father just as easily as you.
You know what? It would be nice if the two of you could show each other a little tolerance and a little compassion.
Alexis, you really shouldn't be in the middle of this. What made you think calling Alexis was a good idea? I mean, you knew that she'd be torn between us. You couldn't have the decency to go and find a neutral attorney.
Decency? Who are you to talk about decency? Courtney hasn't been dead a month, and I just walked in on you almost having sex with Carly.
Wow. Surprised to see you. Weren't you away on a trip?
Just got back.
Headed right over, did you?
Yeah, I came over to see Michael Morgan.
Right. So, is Sonny here?
I haven't seen him.
Are the boys upstairs?
Yeah, I just had him to bed.
Really?
I'm sorry, I didn't know you were coming.
Well, I kind of want to take them home with me.
All right, no problem. I'll go get him.
Okay, wait a second. You know, you're getting way ahead of yourself. If I wanted to go wake up my boys, rest assured I'd go do it. But since they're sleeping, I'll leave them there, okay? You know, I'm glad I ran into you.
Oh, really? Wow, I just really couldn't tell.
Something's going on, and I'm not sure if you know anything about it. But Nicholas is having a big fat public meltdown, and you need to do something to stop it.
You're joking. I mean, what he said, that you had sex with Carly's joke, right? My God, what happened? What were you thinking? Would she throw herself on you? Would she take you by surprise?
No. And no. Not that that's any of your business.
This is where you're wrong. It is my business what happens to you because you are my best and most cherished friend. And if you did what he said you did with Carly, then you are making a huge mistake. I mean, the restraining order is bad. It's legal. It'll come and go. But having sex with Carly, my God, it's a disaster. It'll have lifetime consequences.
I spoke with Nicholas this afternoon. He's struggling, but I'm sure he's going to be okay.
Then you don't know what you're talking about. He just showed up at my house. Jax and I were there, and we were in the middle of a close moment. And Nicholas barged right in. He started hurling insults. He started another fight with Jax. He's out of control.
Carly, I don't understand. Why do you suddenly care what happens to Nicholas?
I don't care, Emily, but I thought you might.
No, what you thought was that you'd get me worried about Nicholas to distract me from Sonny, even though we've told you repeatedly that there's nothing going on.
I hate to bust your little theory, but every thought I have isn't about Sonny and who he happens to be sleeping with. I thought you might want to help Nicholas. That's all.
If you and Jax were interrupted in such a close moment, you obviously have his ear. You're so concerned about Nicholas, you intercede with Jax and get him to agree to let Nicholas see little John. You don't need me for that.
Utterly.
Hello?
Wow. This night just got more interesting. How about a beer? On the house.
Wow. Why the generosity?
Courtney's friend. Special girl.
You know, this escaped me. So please tell me, when exactly did you and Courtney form this bond? When you were making her strip?
You Bauer didn't have Courtney. Courtney did exactly what she wanted to do. Or actually what she needed to do. At any given time. I mean, the girl was strong will as they count. And, not to say that we were close buddies, but like I told you at the memorial, I admired her. I love to miss her.
I guess we have something in common.
Courtney.
Courtney.
Right on. Game.
Be warned. I'm good.
Well, I'm already up $100 tonight, and as good as you think you are, so much better.
For nearly 3 years, you lied about Christina's paternity.
Great, throw that in my face.
Well, no, I'm just making a point. Were you wrong to keep Sonny in the dark about his daughter? Were you right? Or did you make the best choice under the circumstances?
You know
for your
the
child?
answer to that.
Well, that's what Carly's done as well. She's made the best choice she could for her children.
Are you listening to yourself? You're making excuses for a Jax. You're not thinking clearly.
Look, I appreciate your concern, and I value your advice. Okay, and I trust your instincts, but I gotta go with my own on this. I'm not ending it with Carly.
May God be with you.
Don't challenge the restraining order. Just let things be for now. Show Jax you can be reasonable, and that's how you'll get him to give in.
Look, Jax, I don't want to fight with you or burden John with my grief. But Courtney would want me in his life for her sake, and I won't give up.
Courtney would want me to protect her son. So the restraining order stands.
How about that?
All yours.
You know what? I'd rather have a dance instead.